Is this good enough? Let's turn my laptop off. Just gonna bear with. Part of being a YouTuber is balancing your very expensive camera precariously to get the good shot. Hello, hello, welcome. Cheers, 2021. I still am not used to saying that at all. I'm Lauren, I've got a coffee. It's oat milk coffee with bits around the rim. So today I'm gonna be answering your 2020, well, I put a thing out on Instagram saying, I'm doing a video of 2021 favourites. What do you want to know what my favourite was, basically? We got a lot. So I'm going to do my face. Let's put my hair up, first of all. Moisturise my face. And I am going to do, I feel like I need to do like a big face. Wait, no, it's all right. I feel like I need to do a lot of makeup because there's a lot of questions. So I might end up looking like Aunt Sally. Who knows? I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow foundation. It's not foundation, it's primer. Most people would put it on with some kind of implement. Oh, wow. Maybelline Superstay 24-hour coverage foundation. I don't feel like I need to tell you every product, but 2 little dabs in the back of my hand. So, the first one is from Lucy. If you don't follow Lucy, English Like Lucy, and you want to learn English or learn more about English, Lucy's your gal. She's brilliant. Lucy says, cheese. I haven't had enough cheese this Christmas. Well, okay, I'm gonna give my normal answer. Oh, but that's like choosing your favourite children, isn't it? I'm gonna give my normal answer and I'm gonna give my veganuary answer. So, normal answer. The thing that came to mind was halloumi, or halloumi, as my brother says to annoy me. Or like a good mature cheddar. I'm just gonna take both of them. Or a mozzarella. Burrata, no, stop it. Basically any cheese apart from anything stinky, I will consume in multiple mass quantities. I will also add the sun is setting, which means this light's gonna be terrible, just so you know. My favourite veganuary cheese is definitely the Applewood smoked vegan cheese. Yeah, because it melts. Because it used to be quite rare for vegan cheese to even melt. So yeah, that's my fave. Your favourite memory of us. This is from the Danish girl, who is Kelly, one of my original weight loss fam friends. She lives over in California. And I went over years ago to like surprise everyone, like, it was just amazing. I'll link to that video actually because it was just, yeah, it was gorgeous. I would say I've got 2 favourite memories. So the first one would be driving down the road at ridiculous speed. Well, we were on like the motorway, and at the correct speed limit, playing Bass Hunter. Space Creator, is it? A Bass Creator, just blasting that at 1,000,000 decibels, and then going reindeer humping, which is, because I went at Christmas, that sounded bad without the Christmas relation. We went at Christmas, so we like went around people's houses and just like put their reindeers in like sex positions, basically, to cause a bit of mayhem in Orange County. Your favourite sweet? If you're going to pick a mix, the little cherries or the fizzy cola bottles or like the bubblegum cola bottles. I love a good pick and mix. What's your go-to pick and mix sweet? Yeah, definitely the cherries or the straws or like a Percy Pig. So basically any sweets. Your favourite TV show discovery? Outlander. I know that, no, that's not 2020, is it? I watched that like 2 years ago. Stop trying to make it a thing. TV show discovery. I feel like there's a glaringly obvious one. I'm gonna go with Below Deck. Now, Below Deck is a reality show about yachting and the crew that like works on the boat. It's on Prime. I think there's 2 series on Netflix and then there's 1 on Prime. And then they like did a few more and they're on like Hey You or something. But yeah, Below Deck. I know that I watched that this year. Oh, I know which one else I watched that I loved. Wanted. If you haven't seen Wanted, it's on Netflix and it's Australian. It's 3 series and there's 2, it's about, I'm not going to tell you and ruin it, but basically it's about 2 women who are just in the wrong place at the wrong time and their journey, like 2 strangers and just their journey. And I loved every second of it. It was far-fetched at times, but it was stuff that I didn't think would happen. Like, I wasn't expecting it, because I find that so many programmes nowadays are so predictable that it's, you know, you're like, okay, yeah, what next? Because things are just too predictable, but this was just amazing. Your favourite TikTok? There are so many TikToks that I just love. At the moment, it's got to be the one where the guy sings the argument between two women on Facebook. I'll play it here.
She claimed it was hers.
No, you're not talking about it. Might be from Carolyn. No, she a crazy lady.
Favourite video you've made? I feel like I'm going to choose a collection of videos I've made, and I'm going to just say Vlogmas. Vlogmas 2020, which was probably the highlight of my whole YouTube experience so far. I loved the workload, even though I complained every day. I miss it ridiculously. I loved you lot. I loved the support. I loved bringing everyone together. I loved the fact that me and Rich have become friends again, because I don't actually know if you know this, but we met, 7 years ago? But we haven't spoken in a good few years, and it was actually, he reached out to me over just before Vlogmas, or at the beginning, I don't know, just before December, I think. He reached out to me, and I was like, oh. And then our friendship has reconvened, whatever. Don't you hate that when you take a colour of eyeshadow and then you can't remember which one it was? Don't think it was that one, it looks too dark. Yeah, the whole of Vlogmas, it was just epic, wasn't it? I'm not even blowing my own trumpet here for once in my life. It was just amazing. And I think also it came at a time when you needed it, I needed it. And it also made me proud of myself, because it made me realise that I can actually do things and actually put my back into it when it's needed. Okay, what we got? Favourite purchase? Favourite purchase of 2020? It's gotta be this. My Kallax. I say purchase, I got it for 20 quid on Spock. Including the inserts. It was such a good value. Yeah, definitely. Favourite lesson you've learned from weight gain? That weight gain doesn't make you a bad person. That it happens to all of us. It can happen for so many different reasons. Is my window open? I always knew that was the case, but we've been brainwashed to villainise ourselves if we gain weight, to villainise others if they gain weight, either quietly or openly. And I think this year has taught me, yeah, that if you gain weight, it's okay, and you're not a bad person. Weight gain does not make you a bad person. Gonna put a bit of highlight in the corner here. Favourite date you've been on? Well, this isn't 2020 obviously, because pandemic. So my friend Eleni and Jono got married in Greece. Now this is probably one of the most dangerous things I've ever done. And I'm lucky to be alive, if I'm being completely honest, and I do not recommend you try this at home or on a Greek island, or Greece. It was mainland Greece. Anyway, using some of this. I don't even know if my friend Eleni knows this. And I know that they watch my videos, so this is for you, Eleni and John. After the wedding celebrations finished, I booked myself a little apartment right on the seafront. Like literally, there was a cliff and then it was a sea. It was amazing. Just to kind of like have a little holiday by myself at the end. And it was a time in my life where I was like dating a lot. And for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to go on Tinder. Yeah. If my mum ever found this out, she'd probably kill me. Like, I need to stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music, everyone. Stop the makeup to tell you this. So I started talking to this guy, and it kind of just started off as me talking to him because I was just bored, basically. He lived in Athens, which was about 2 hours away from where I was. And we decided one night that we should have a date. Now, this was a ridiculous idea for me to even agree to this, because he could have... So I know I'm making a joke of this, but actually it's really not funny. So I was like, yeah, let's go on a date. You come down here, and I made it very clear, you're not staying with me. This is not an overnight hookup situation. He was like, it's fine, I'll drive down, we'll have dinner, I'll go back. I was like, okay, it's a 2-hour drive each way, but fine. So he finally makes it to where I was and we met. And the first thing he says was like, oh God, that drive was terrible. The roads were so dangerous, and I'm not driving that back in the night because it's all through country roads. And basically, all in my head, it's saying, oh my God, you're making up a story to try and make me tell you to stay. I don't want that at all. Wait, I don't actually think this is the best date I've ever had. It's just probably the most interesting. Yeah, so I'm like, well, you're not staying with me. So then he goes to the hotel. Mine was like an apartment, but he goes to like the hotel next to mine. And I walked up with him and he was talking to the woman. He basically got a room for himself to stay overnight. And after that happened, I kind of relaxed. I was like, okay, good. He's paid the 70 euros or whatever it was for the night. And even though she was like, how many people? And she was staring at me like, you're gonna sleep there. And I should be paid more. But I was like, I've got my own place. I don't care about your crappy hotel. Anyway, I didn't say that. I was just like, we did that. Then we went to, he put his stuff down. So he was kind of like de-stressing a little bit. So then we went to get some dinner. And also, I never eat on a first date, so the fact I had dinner with him is also really weird. And he proceeds to tell me that he thinks he's a Viking. Now, I hadn't been told this before. This light's going. He thinks he's a Viking and that he sleeps with an axe next to his bed. And bearing in mind I'm all alone. And he went into Lidl or something the day before. And you know how Lidl have like ridiculous deals on random things. They had an axe and they had a sledgehammer, and he stood there for like 5 minutes trying to work out which one he should get. And I was like, please don't tell me you've bought it. This would just be bad news. Long story short, I think he went with the sledgehammer because he already had an axe. Great story. I just was thinking to myself the whole time, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're such an idiot. You're such an idiot. I don't even think I messaged a friend. I should have at least messaged a friend and been like, hey, so I'm an idiot. This has happened. But anyway, long story short, we actually had a lot in common, and there was just a bit of the date. This is the bit that I remembered. We discovered that we both loved to do salsa and bachata. I can't say that right. So we went onto the pier there, and he put some music on his phone, and we just danced. We just danced together. It was really hot actually, and we did have a sneaky snog. But he walked me back to my place, and I was like, bye. And as soon as I got in, I like bolted every single lock on that door, and it was a huge relief that I survived. But that moment of us just dancing together with the water and the beach, and we sat on sunbeds for hours and just talked. It was really cool. And then the weird thing is about that is he was like, oh, do you do YouTube? I was like, what? He was like, do you do YouTube? I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, you're Lauren, my friend watches your videos. I was like, that is so weird. Yeah, never put yourself in stupid situations. Always. Something could have easily gone wrong. That's all I'm going to say. And leave it there. Sorry, my lighting's gone, so this is the best I can do. Why do I film at sunset? It's because I was just driving and the light was so good I needed to get some driving shots. That's why. So the moral of the story is never do that because it's terrible. And actually in the morning, I was leaving in the morning and I needed to get round back to the other side of the bay, and then I had a bus to Athens and I left it way too late, couldn't call a taxi, and he ended up picking me up in the morning and taking me round. He even offered to drive me back to Athens. Actually, he's probably a really nice guy. I don't think it was the best date I've ever been on. It was probably the most dangerous. And now I can't see myself in the mirror because of the light. YouTube video you made that you're proud of. I think, you know what, from 2020, I'm proud of the fact that I started being honest with the camera angles and not giving a F, basically. Funnily enough, which I don't want to really admit, but it was a hate comment I got on somewhere where somebody wrote, she hides behind the camera and she doesn't show herself, or whatever it was, and it really upset me to start with. And I was thinking to myself, why has this really upset me? I was like, it's because it's true. It's because I know I do it. I know I hide, because the camera is not forgiving at all. I even hate that phrase. Like, this is me, you know. And I just hated the fact that, firstly, this hater that obviously has nothing better to do with their life is right in that I'm hiding behind the camera. But then I realised, oh, you know, this is actually true. That's what made me, because I'm sure if you know, it was a couple of weeks before I did the video Wild Friday Night In, because I remember watching that footage and being so uncomfortable, because I literally just like, I think I was sorting stuff and I was walking around in front of the camera, and it just, I just remember it being just before that, and then being like, you know what, no, this is you, just stick to it. And now I'm used to it. Now I'm used to seeing myself, it's not an issue. And I think that is also, in turn, long answer, what has made me more natural and more me with my videos. Because my best friend Lauren said to me yesterday, she was like, oh, she was like, you didn't tell me you were going live on YouTube. I said, well, no, because firstly, I don't normally tell my friends because I don't want to push my videos onto them. And also, years ago, Lauren was like, I don't like your videos because you're not yourself in your videos. And I said to her, but you said you didn't like my videos years ago. And she was like, yeah, but that was years ago. And how many times can I say years ago? Wow. She was like, yeah, but you're you now. You weren't you before. And I'm like, thanks. So I think it's not necessarily one video. I think it's the pride that comes with the realness. Your favourite lipstick? Favourite lipstick? I'd probably say a red, you know. This red I wore over Christmas, the Bleach London one. Bleach London in the colour I Saw Red. That's my fave. Or if we're talking neutrals, the Burnt Spice, the MAC Burnt Spice. Favourite hair dye? That is Garnier Nutrice in Fiery Red. Or to be honest, I never get the same one. I always just get whatever's on offer or whatever. Favourite thing about myself in 2020? I think I'm quite caring, quite thoughtful, and I'm incredibly rude and sarcastic a lot of the time, but there is that buried down below. Favourite memory of 2020? When I got to see my family. Favourite song of 2020? Lemonade. Do you know which one that is? It's TikTok. It's a TikTok song, basically. Favourite YouTubers of 2020? It's M Channel. Megan Margot, Click for Taz, and Grackle. Oh, and a new one, N Rizki. She is, I think she's Indonesian, but she lives in Japan. And her videos are just art. Really simple, she's a minimalist, makes me feel like a freaking hoarder. Yeah, love them. Favourite headphones? I think that's a joke because I only wear one pair of headphones all the time, which are my Beats Solo 3. And I got them as a gift. Snack suggestions. I had a snack today which was cut up carrot with barbecue sauce. Amazing. Or just toast. I think toast is the official snack of 2020. Toast with butter. Toast with anything. Just toast. Favourite self-improvement book? That is definitely Posy Panda's Body Positive Power, without a shadow of a doubt. Your favourite funny thing a neighbour did whilst you were looking out the window, i.e. spying? I've seen a few drug deals, does that count? What's your favourite reason to be optimistic about the future? This is something that's, for me, is very fear-based, and I get very scared about the future, but that's anxiety, isn't it? My favourite reason to be optimistic about the future? I'm listening to The Secret at the moment, and I really do believe that we attract what our thoughts attract what we get. I've always kind of thought that, but this is kind of solidifying it, and I think that if we're constantly thinking negative things and we're constantly telling ourselves negative thoughts, we're going to stay in that process, because it's addictive. It's addictive to feel negative thoughts and to think things that are not great because we don't feel like we deserve good things, or it's scary to feel like we could be capable of it but yet we're not doing it. And I think that knowing that we have a lot more power than we ever would think we do in changing our own future is the reason to be optimistic about it. Boom. Favourite saying of 2020? It's a privilege to gain weight in a pandemic. Just let that sit for a sec. It's a privilege to gain weight in a pandemic. I'm doing the silly mouth. Favourite item in your wardrobe? It's probably the tie-dye top that I bought last week on ASOS. If you haven't watched my ASOS haul, go watch it. Favourite type of house? Favourite type of house? One with a big door. I love big doors. I think that's one of my things that I want to get in the future, is a big door. Because big door normally means big house. Small door, no idea. Favourite taste? Favourite taste of 2020? I think having taste. Get it? I think being able to taste is my favourite taste in 2020. Favourite sound in 2020? I think the sound of silence. The sound of silence was my favourite sound. I live on a busy road, quite a busy road. So when it was so quiet in the summer, it was just amazing. And I loved that. Favourite time of day? I love nighttime, when it gets dark and it goes quiet. I've always been a night owl, even though I do love the morning as well, literally. All my answers are opposites. Yeah, I just like the times before the world wakes up. And after if I could work through the night, I think I'd work so much better as a human, because my brain shuts down. My brain can focus at night when it's dark, whereas in the day, I feel like like an excited puppy, like always getting distracted, whereas at night, I'm like... Someone asked me about my favourite book, and I just read it as bonk. A favourite book? I really enjoyed Where the Crawdads Fly. Where the Crawdads Sing. Cecilia something. I listened to the audiobook of it actually, and it was great because she did all the accents, obviously, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, and Americana was also really good. A lot of people have asked book. Favourite hoodie of all time? Favourite hoodie of all time? It must be my candy hoodie. What was it called? It said something like I Heart Candy. I'll put a picture of it here. But I got rid of it when I got rid of everything that didn't fit anymore. Don't. It's one of the things I still cry about. Along with this jacket. Yeah, it's difficult. I feel like I need a bit of glitter. I've got this. You can't see how glittery that is, but it is. Favourite act of self-care? At the moment, it's meditation. Ooh. This is from the Make Beauty UK. I've got no idea. I've had it absolute yonks. Yeah, at the moment it's meditation. I want to get into yoga, but I just haven't built up the courage yet. But I will. Ooh. Favourite perfume? I wear aftershave most of the time. I'd say my favourite perfume is Calvin Klein Secret Obsession, and my favourite aftershave is Issey Miyake Intense or Spice Bomb Extreme. Favourite way to spend the day? At the moment, editing. I love the editing. Or just being in bed, eating, watching Netflix. That is also a great way to spend the day. Favourite rekindled lockdown hobby? Painting, definitely my art. Painting boobies. Favourite dinner? 100% cheesy pasta. 120 million %. I feel like I'm almost done, but I don't want to be done. Should I add lashes? Yeah, I haven't even done mascara, so I'm not nearly done. Yeah. Oh, hello. Favourite neighbour? Short shorts. Favourite moisturiser? At the moment, it's just this random one. Estee Lauder Revitalising Supreme. I don't know if it's actually any good, but it smells nice and it makes my skin feel nice. Favourite style of underwear? I mean, I like a big pant. I like a big pair of knickers. They just get everything in there, don't they? And there's no faff. It's just there. Favourite funny memory of 2020? So I earlier in the year on Olio. Now I don't think any of you know about this. Olio, McDonald's were giving away loads of their food because most of it's frozen. All of it's frozen. The patties are frozen, the burgers are frozen, the sauces are frozen, everything's frozen. So obviously so much of it was going out of date. And there was one point when I got some, obviously when I was eating meat, I got some big tasty patties, I got some buns, I got some breakfast muffins, some Tropicana orange juice, obviously not frozen. I also got some sausage, McSausage patties for the McMuffins, the sausage patties. And they came up and it was just around the corner. So I said to my girlfriend, do you want some more? I'll go get some. I got to the school and she was like, how many boxes do you want? And I looked down and I realised that it was like this massive box. And I was like, I'd already gone in and she looked like she was desperate to get rid of them. It was raining, she looked freezing cold. So I was just like, oh, just one box. So I took the box, it was so heavy. And I put it in my car. I called Bubble Friend and I said, come round. Well, not come round, come outside, because this was before bubbles were a thing. So we met up outside and I said, I had a look on the box to see how many patties there were. And I realised there were 225. 225 patties in this freaking box. I didn't know what to do, so I just gave them to her. Because also I don't have a freezer. Well, I do, but my freezer's like this big. So like a champion, she took them. And she actually ended up giving them out to friends, her brother's friends, her brother, and she ended up keeping a fair few for herself as well. So it worked out well. But the fact that if you'd have seen her face when I said that there were over 200, it was hilarious. Or not for me, because I was happy to be getting rid of them. I was like, I'll take 5 because I can fit 5. And I think I've still got one in my freezer now. This glue is so good. I think it's only Primark glue. That was definitely my favourite memory. Oh, and my niece took her first steps on Christmas Day, so obviously I wasn't there, I was here, but I saw the video footage of it, and yeah, she's off now. She's just basically running, and it's amazing to watch through the phone. This is really random and I love it. Favourite Will and Grace character? Firstly, I need to watch Will and Grace again because it's been years, and secondly, obviously Karen. Grace is annoying, Will's Will. Jack is actually brilliant. Favourite part of London and why? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I was so close. Favourite plant I bought? It's the Chinese money plant. Love it. That's the one I got for my birthday from Seda. Love it. And this one here is the one that I grew from my brother's cuttings and is doing so good. Favourite Marmite product? It's gotta be crunchy Marmite peanut butter, as you probably all well know. I actually, just ignore the neighbours. I actually tried to order the Marmite hummus this week and they weren't having any of it. It was sold out. Favourite Christmas carol? Little Drummer Boy. Favourite boy's name? I feel like my eyebrows need more. They're too light. They're too light for these lashes. I've always loved my brother's name, which is Louis. Louis. They're more pow now, aren't they? This is the MAC 213 brush, just in case anyone cares. Oh! Favourite app of 2020? Depop. Favourite books? I've already said that, but she's also said, Rach said, have you ever thought about being a life coach? I'd pay. Actually, yes. And I've actually bought a life coach course. We're just going to do a tiny bit of highlight.com. Probably shouldn't have done that, but hey. It's going to be my favourite, my love. Burnt Spice. Favourite podcasts, Always and Forever, Just Break Up. It's the best podcast. It's made me, I can 100% say it's made me a better person. I mean, it wasn't difficult, but it's definitely made me a better person. Just foaming at the mouth. Favourite chocolate, it's got to be the chocolate orange buttons, hasn't it? Now that makes it, am I right? Drag queen look now complete. What's your favourite quality in another human being? I think, apart from the obvious one, kindness, I think probably patience, honesty, sense of humour. That's not a quality, is it? Well, it is, but thoughtfulness. I mean, all the popular ones, basically. Oh, holiday destination, if only we could go on holiday. Somewhere with a beach, I would not care. Send me to Margate for all I care. Favourite pasta, any. Favourite tune that makes you happy? Good Lovin' by Pre-Prime. That is it. We are done. Let's zoom in so you can get a proper look at the workmanship. Do-do-do-do-do. So if you got to this point in the video, which obviously you have because you're watching this, comment your favourite moment of 2020. It obviously got a bad rap for many reasons, but I feel like we all learned something. Whether that's we never want to repeat the year again, or something actually valuable that we can take into the future. And also, if you do ever go on a Tinder date, make sure you do it somewhere safe. Make sure you're not on your own in a foreign country, not having a clue what you're doing. Text all your friends where you're going, as much information as possible. And also make sure that they choose the sledgehammer, because that's obviously a better choice than an axe. My coffee link is below if you'd like to buy me a little gingerbread latte or something. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do more makeup, and thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye.